goaltender's equipment being too big, or how did you see that?
The goal at the end, I think you're talking about, Jonesy. Well, we were told it was ruled a non-goal on the ice, and we were told that it wasn't definitive enough to overturn. So
you saw the different replays. Did not common sense and logic suggest to you it had to be overruled?
I don't think it comes into play. I think it's all visual, and those are the rules. We're at the mercy of the referee in the league, and they're doing their best to make the right call. I guess we don't have to agree with it, but it's made, and we move on.
It was an excellent play by Connor to push off Muzzin.
To create space. Yeah, very good play by him.
Todd, what did you make of the way the night went? Obviously, you battled back. You fell a little short, but overall.
Yeah, it was, we talked this morning. We almost have to go back to this morning and yesterday's practice about addressing some things that didn't go well against Washington. Put them into play in practice, had some meetings, and we talked about taking the test. We took it tonight. We didn't ultimately get that A+ and that score that we needed to put points in the bank, but we improved immensely, I think, in our play. A competitive night by our club against a team that has pushed before against Edmonton, and the resiliency, the ability to come back. We didn't see that against Washington. We saw it again tonight. Even at the end, we were using every second we had. So losing Schultze, a third into the game, or a little over a third into the game, didn't help. We were down to 5D, and they can wear you down pretty quickly. So there's a lot of positives in tonight's game.
What's wrong with him?
What's wrong with Schultze? Yeah, we're still trying to figure it out.
That was Connor's ninth game, obviously. There's a ton of rookies. There's a decision to be made at that point.
It's made. It's made. We can clarify that. It's made. Yeah.
Can you just bring past your game in, different things here, but that whole package of the 9 games he's played? The young man has experienced a lot already in his career. That if you look at it from a 9-game perspective, to start on the road in some tough buildings, team plays well enough to be in games but doesn't win. He feels a lot of pressure on himself because he hasn't scored. Finally kind of gets one and gives himself permission, I believe, to really get going, and he's been a dynamic player ever since. He's dangerous every time he's on the ice. I think he's getting much wiser to the pace and what he can and can't get away with. So it's fun to watch him. He energizes a lot of our players right now.
Do you think that was a penalty on Korpikoski? Was it a bad penalty on his?
Do I think it was a bad call, or do I think Korpi took a bad penalty? I think it was a reaction situation. You can call that. I'm definitely not here to ref because I have enough trouble coaching. So, but those happen. There was a lot of those tonight.
You mentioned some of the positives, the power play coming through in the third period. What do you think that does for a group playing?
Well, that can't hurt because they were, they have notoriously a very, very good penalty kill. We saw it earlier in the game in our first opportunity, but the power play came through. I thought our penalty kill did a good job in the last one too. It was kind of a lucky, a deflected puck that ended up on somebody's tape. Nobody else knew where it was, and it's in our net. So it happens that way sometimes.